with your partner, right? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Nicole Matthew.
Okay.
And my name is Priya Hare, and we built my student number 400534716. So we decided to build my student number over my partner's because my student number has less repeating digits and also numbers that are less than 8. So I was able to get rid of flip-flop number 1, which because J1 and K1 both grounded, and also get rid of it as my second counter. Okay, so first we built our circuit and connected the LEDs to each output of the Qs. And we tested to make sure that the lights were matching up with our analytical values. So we set it at a low frequency, so we're able to write down the zeros and ones for the different combinations of the LED lights. And all 9 combinations matched up with the analytical value that we got in the excitation table.
So when we first start the DC power supply, it starts combination at a random spot. So as you can see here, it starts off with blue. And according to our table, we'd want it to start off with the white LED on and the rest off. So in order to fix this, we incorporated a switch in our system. So if you see this black wire here, we connected all of our lows into one spot, and we set it up so that we connected Q1 to all of our switch sections, so that now if we move this section here, and I'll start the DC power supply, it's set to 1. And so we know that it's going to start repeating the pattern from 1, which is what we want. And then if I move this, it'll start the combination. Let's take a look at the full student number. So starting off, let's set it so that it'll start with the number 4. So as we can see, it's flashing 4 here, and now I'll change it so that it starts running through the student number. Perfect. So now we can compare this to our multisim. So here we'll start it off at 0 here, so it starts running at 4. And when I change this key, it'll start flashing through the student number, which is the same as our physical circuit.
So based off my K-mapping and Boolean expressions, I was able to narrow it down to 4 AND gates and 4 OR gates and 4 flip-flops as well. So looking at our circuit, we basically at the top we have 2 chips for the flip-flop, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for the OR and AND gate we have the AND gate over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our OR gate 1, 2, 3, 4.
So in order to implement clean wire management, we decided to map out which wires we were going to use for the different outputs of our JK flip-flops and our gates into our circuit. So, if you look here, for example, for the outputs of our OR gates, we have orange. So for here, the outputs of our OR gates, we can see exactly where they lead to in our JK flip-flop. When building our physical circuit, we made sure to reference our data sheet. This told us where to connect each of our input and output for our gates, as well as our JK flip-flops.
So looking at our diagram in our multisim, starting off with J2, we have green wires here, so we made sure we also connected to the green wires on the breadboard. So J2 flip-flops at the top, and the output of that for Q2 is going to the input of AND1. The output of Q2 is also going to the input of AND4. And lastly, the output of Q2 is going to the input of the LED light.
So now taking a look at the output of Q1, we can see here, this is our red wires. So taking a look at our breadboard, let's follow the red wires. So we have the output of Q1, which is here. And first it goes into the input of our second AND gate. As well, it goes into not K3 here. And then we have an additional red wire, which goes into our LEDs.
So one challenge that we faced while connecting the 7-segment display is that it was outputting an 8 as the first number, even though it should be 4. And we realized that 8 is 1, 0, 0, 0 in Boolean, even though 4 is 0, 1, 0, 0. And we realized this is the case because in our actual multi-7 circuit, we got rid of one JK flip-flop, so everything got shifted forward 1. So for example, our Q1 value should be grounded, and our Q2 value is now our new Q1 value. And we basically did that for the rest of Q3 and Q4, and we got it to start at 4.